Aries, welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Nikita. I'm from the channel Intuitive Guidance. So this is your reading for the month of May, the rest of May. So the energy is pretty clear in what's been coming out, what I've been feeling before. While I was even shuffling, I felt like this. So guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, comment if this story does resonate with you. We've got, as your oracle card, we've got Radha Soul Flame. So this says, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. So for a lot of you, I feel like you are, you've been through quite a big transformation, quite a big change in your life. This could have been for some, it was almost like a whole, so it was a tower moment, that's what I'm feeling. It was like a whole reconstruction. This could have been in your work life, like some dramatic change in your work life. This could have been in your love life. You know, you could have been married for years and all of a sudden there's this huge separation, and it's just, whatever it is, it's something that's a big thing. For some of you, it was a karmic relationship. It doesn't even have to be a relationship like that. It could be a situationship, something where you thought that this person was the one, and it was like, it turns out that, you know, it was nothing like that. Something where maybe I get a strong sense of old habits, patterns and behaviors being broken. So if there was something that you always did, you know, you could have always been a player, for example, and suddenly you actually hurt someone you love, and you just, you know, it was a whole tower moment. They walked out on you, and you kind of realized that I can't do this anymore. I can't, you know, whatever the situation was, it was that moment where it's just like, oh my God, you know, this has actually happened, and it's forced you to look at what you do, who you are, how you react, all of those kind of things. But I get a serious, like, restructuring, change of patterns, change of behaviors, that kind of thing. And next to that, so you've been in a process of kind of healing, and it kind of came at a perfect time for you to just retreat and go into introspection, because I feel like while this whole situation was happening with the you know what, you know, having to isolate and stuff, I feel like it forced you to be in a position where you had no choice but to sit and self-reflect. So I do feel like there was a lot of healing and looking at yourself and looking at your patterns, like I said. So with the new beginnings, that's a cycle. So I do feel like after the storm, you know, comes the sun, comes the sunshine, comes you feeling a lot better. It's almost like a purge of emotions. But I get that whatever this is, you've been doing it for a long time. You might not have even realized. You might not. It might have taken a specific situation to actually be like, whoa, I see like what the pattern has been in my life. This new cycle has come, this new beginning, and you feel it coming. You do feel it coming, and you almost like want to, you know, like I'm getting a feeling like when you go to rehabilitation center or something, and they're kind of like, go back and, you know, heal the past, you know, have conversations with people that you may have wronged, clear things up. Because next card we've got is throat chakra, and this is 5. So I feel like there was some kind of conflict where you either said things that were hurtful, or you didn't get to say what you needed to say. And I do feel like you're going to be going to revisit something where someone either deceived you or you deceived someone. For majority, I'm getting that you deceived someone, or there was something that you did that you're not proud of. And I feel like you want to go and revisit this, and you want to make amends here. And then we have positive movement forward. So it's like before you can actually take that next step and move forward, and almost like it's like you need to right all your wrongs. And I literally just heard Bryson Tiller, Right My Wrongs. You can listen to that if you want. Yeah, so it's a Bryson Tiller song, and that's what it's called, sorry, Right My Wrongs. So I do believe that you will have a lot of positive movement forward, but it would be in a way where it's like you've cleared all your energy, you've cleared all your karma, and you're just in a much better position. So throughout May, this is going to kind of be playing out. You've gone through the Tower moment. I just believe that right now you're in the healing process and just, you know, almost like getting to know yourself again, getting to fall in love with who you are originally, like the core of you, not who you've become because of, you know, things that people have done to you or things that you've seen or behaviors that you've learned. Who the core of you really is. It's like you're starting a brand new relationship with self. So Aries, for the month of May, and I see a lot of love like filling your body because of that, like love for yourself, falling in love with yourself again. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, nice. So you're in a position where you're a much better position. Again, like starting again, but from a very grounded perspective. The Ace of Swords. Wow, see? All new beginnings. The Ace and the Ace. Clarity, victory, clarity of the mind, understanding, you know, getting to that place where, that epiphany kind of place, you know, and you've been through this whole journey here. And it's like, here is finally what it's led to. Yeah, the Magician. So it's like you're going to be back in control of your life. You understand that, you know, you have the power to create. And also I'm getting like a karma situation, like what I give in, I get back. Like you fully understand that. And you might have heard it before, but now you're fully understanding it. You know, if I want love, I need to become love. If I want, you know, someone to love me unconditionally, I need to be able to love someone unconditionally. I need to be unconditional love. It's like wherever you are, you're realizing you reflect that. And so, yeah, and the recent past is the Five of Wands. So this was creating a lot of conflict within you and you didn't even realize it. It's like you're realizing where you were going wrong. Your crowning thoughts are the Five of Pentacles. So it's like maybe you felt like, why was it that I was always abandoned? Or why was it that I was always rejected? Or why was it that I always had to walk away when something went wrong? Why couldn't I stay and fix it? Whatever the situation is, it's like this is the pattern that you've been exuding throughout your life cycle, you know? So like in this Five of Pentacles, I'm seeing the key here, and it's like all along you had the key. You were able to unlock this door, but you chose to sit outside and mourn and feel, you know, bad about things because you didn't really understand where you were going wrong. And I get that now you're understanding it, you're getting it, you're seeing that, you know. And for some of you, it's not necessarily that you were doing anything so wrong that you're a terrible person. I'm not saying that at all. For some of you, it was just that you were reflecting, you know, this could be a childhood wound, for example. This could be something that you just didn't feel, you know, I don't know why, but I heard that for some of you, you grew up in care. Like you grew up in a situation where you didn't have your paternal family or maternal family. And so you always kind of felt, so it was like your fears took over. The fact that you felt that you were going to be left, rejected or abandoned is a trigger from something of the past. This could be anything, but it's something that triggers. So it doesn't mean you're a bad person, so you're going to get abandoned or you're going to get rejected. It just means that you didn't heal that wound, and so it carried throughout your lifespan with you, and that was your fear. So obviously, you know, you're only going to attract your fears if your focus is on the fear. You know, your thoughts become your emotions. And for you, in the back of your mind, if in your subconscious, your unconscious mind, if you're thinking, you know what, this person's just going to leave me anyway, so I'm just going to do this and that way, you know, I won't feel so bad because it will feel like I was calling the shots. But, you know, you weren't happy anyway because this person left you, or you had to walk away from something you really wanted. So, you know, it was some kind of cycle like that. In the near future, we have the Three of Wands. You know, showing that you are gonna, yeah, you're almost like you've got yourself into a certain place, and you will be getting yourself into a certain place. And with the Three of Wands, I see you wanting to put it in practice, wanting to start afresh, like looking out, like this is it, I'm going to start again. People are going to see the real me from now on. This is who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it, that kind of way. Your hopes are that you're able to close this old cycle and be able to experience a lot more positivity with the Wheel. Like, experience the positivity. Look how free she looks, look how liberated she is. That you're able to make these changes. Your fears with the Knight of Wands, I feel like your fears are that it won't last, or that you'll get caught up back in this cycle again. But you know, it's down to you, so I don't think you will. Your fears are just that, you know, once you get out there, you'll kind of lose your direction again, and it will kind of end up being the way it was. But you know, it's not going to be like that if you continue to practice, you know, what you preach, what you've learned so far. I honestly don't see you going back. So your environment is the Four of Cups. I feel like with the environment, with the Four of Cups, it's like something to do with emotionally. Emotionally, you're kind of in a place where it's like, I feel, again, I keep getting right my wrongs. I feel like the emotional side of things is almost like, you know, something you wanted, but because you were in this old behavioral pattern, you pushed something away, and now you feel like you're missing something, or missing someone even. We'll clarify that. The outcome is the Five of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like you're missing someone. You regret something that happened. It's almost this, whoever this person was, it might have been a karmic person, because, you know, this is making me feel like this was the final trigger to cause that Tower moment. And it was a particular person that did that. I feel like it was someone that you actually wanted, you actually felt for. And because you were in this, and don't forget, this could be vice versa, okay? So it could be the energy of some, especially if you're cross-watching, I might be, you know, reading this person's story, or if you're watching and you're an Aries, again, it might be your person's story. So don't forget that. If it doesn't sound like you and it sounds more like them, then that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like there's a deep sadness and a deep regret. It goes from the Four of Cups to the Five of Cups. It's like you really miss this person. Yeah, look. We've got the Seven of Wands. I don't think these are supposed to be reversed, to be fair. We've got the Seven of Wands. So you didn't let this person in. You wouldn't let this person anywhere near you, because you're like, no. And I feel like this person was probably genuine, like it was a real soul tie, a soul connection. Like your souls recognized each other, but you know, in the human 3D, you're like, you didn't want to let this person in. You couldn't bear this kind of pain. But now you're in pain anyway, because you didn't let them in, and they might have ended up walking away. This is deep pain here. And this isn't just pain from what's happened here. You can see this is pain from really like letting everything go. And you went for a really dark moment, like dark night of the soul kind of moment. For some of you, this was a third party. Even though you knew you wanted this person, you couldn't. Because look, this person seems like quite a humble person, and you know, I don't feel like they did anything wrong. I think for some of you just got scared, or this other person just got scared and thought, you know, I'll keep, you know, other people around me, like other options around me, so that I don't have to feel this again. You know, if this person does anything like that to me or walks away from me, at least then, you know, I had my other options, and it doesn't make me feel so bad. But you didn't know this person was genuine, or this person didn't know you were genuine. And instead they experienced an immense amount of pain. But it was a good thing, because it almost like it awoken that side that needed to be woken up, that intuitive side, that the side where you feel. I get that it's like you can feel again, almost like the emotional side of whoever this was locked away. Like they didn't, you know, maybe they just went for people for superficial reasons so that it wouldn't, you know, get any deeper. Maybe they've never felt for someone. They were out, you know, you or this person was out before you caught any feelings or anything like that. Whatever it was, this person, you know, actually got to you, or you got to this person. And it's caused a huge change. So let's see where this leads. And close out the reading. So what's the outcome? Codependency. Forgiving and learning, yeah. I do see you reconciling with somebody, or somebody reconciling with you, because I feel like both of you cannot move on until this is made peace with. I feel like there were things that were left unsaid. I feel like there was miscommunication. You know, you don't always have to make closure in situations, but in this particular situation, I feel like it's very much needed, because it was all wrong. The things that needed to be said weren't said, and other things were said, things that weren't necessarily meant. And I feel like, you know, unrequited love. Just trust it is safe for you to love. So, codependency. I don't obviously feel this is codependency as in you relying on this person. I just feel like, you know, this is more in like terms of the devil energy, like this pattern, this habit that I was talking about that you tend to do, or that this other person tends to do, to stop them from getting close to anyone, to stop them from feeling, to, you know, keeping someone at arm's length, kind of like wearing a mask. Forgiving and learning, so you do seek forgiveness from this person, or vice versa, they seek forgiveness from you. Also the lessons that have been learned. The lessons will probably be both-sided, so it's not a one-sided thing. You know, whoever done this will be learning their lesson, and whoever received this will learn their lesson. Maybe they gave too much, maybe they compromised themselves too much, maybe they didn't understand the value of themselves, or self-love. You know, it's usually a two-sided thing. You both learnt your lessons. They will go through their own tower moment. Unrequited love. So again, I just feel like this is a case of never, due to the fact that you couldn't trust, you didn't feel it was safe to love, or they didn't, you know, apply it to whichever, you always ended up, you know, leaving the situation, not allowing it to go any further than it did. Once it gets to a certain stage, it's like, I'm out. I don't want to, you know, I don't want you thinking that we're anything more. I don't want you getting to know the real me even. So bouncing from relationship to relationship, or situationship to situationship, it's just caused a lot of hurt, and not just for other people, but also for you. And also, you know, you might have been able to get through it before, but I really do feel like you fell for this person, or this person fell for you, and you really felt bad, because this deep down you wanted this. And I'm not saying that you guys are going to be able to, look at that, recovery and forgiveness. That's sweet. For some of you, like I said, you literally, I don't know if, yeah, I think I said it in the beginning, you literally may have gone through an actual rehabilitation program or getting over some kind of addiction and gone cold turkey, and then had to kind of, you know, look at the root of where this started, how this started, you know, what caused you to adapt this behavior, this pattern, or what caused you to, you know, reach for this drug or reach for alcohol when things go wrong. Whatever it is something that's like looking at the root cause, starting from, you know, where it happened, you know, because it's never actually, most of the time it's never actually the, you know, the alcohol or whatever that's the problem. It's why you're drinking, why you're abusing the substance, why you're, you know, indulging in whatever. But here, recovery, yeah? So there's the key, you had it all along. And then forgiveness. And I'm not saying that you and this person will necessarily, you know, go off into the sunset and be happy together forever. For some of you, it might be a case where, you know, you and this person start from scratch as your true selves, you know. And for others of you, it would just be that you need this forgiveness to move forward. You need to sort this out because it's eating away at you. Okay. I think that is it. Let's see if there's any more messages. Anything else? I thought someone was really hurt. We got this again. Look. The Five of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. So we're no longer in the mentality of lack and poverty. We're in this mentality, we're moving forward to the Ace of Pentacles, into I can work for what I want. I can plant this seed into the ground and I can manifest it and I can achieve it. Rather than this Five of Pentacles, everything that I touch turns to shit. Everything that I you know, want or love or want to have, it's gone, it disappears, it leaves me. We're turning this whole lack mentality around into this Ace of Pentacles. It's like anything that I want, I can achieve. So it's really, really beautiful energy. You know, it wasn't much of a love reading, but I just asked for the messages that you guys needed to hear, and clearly, you know, this is what you've been going through. I do believe you will work it out with this person. I don't believe it will be this month. I feel like this month you've purged the energy and you're going through this healing and you're understanding. But it will be perfectly fine. I feel like you're starting a whole new phase of your life, a whole new chapter. You're closing out this old cycle, as we said, new beginnings, new cycle card, 1, new beginnings, baby, being reborn again. For some of you, you might actually have like a newfound faith, a newfound religion, and you want to be born again kind of thing. But for most of you, I just feel like this is just a whole change, and life is going to be different for you. So I don't think you at all need to doubt, you know, what if when the world starts moving again at normal pace, will I revert back to my old ways? It's going to take work, it's not going to be easy, but, you know, from the fact that your mindset has changed and you understand things in a different way, you know, you can't go back. It's like trying to put on a, you know, a size 5 shoe when you've moved up to like a size 6. You know, it will maybe fit, you could squeeze your foot in, but it's going to feel very uncomfortable. Okay, weird analogy, I always do it. But guys, if this resonated with you, please like, please share if you think it would resonate with someone else. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment if you want to share your story. I do personal readings as well. All the information, is in the description box below. I hope to speak to you guys soon, and take care. Sending you lots of love.